You want to break up with your husband and all of this stuff? That's your business. But this public emasculation needs to stop. Jada, all you're doing is elevating the level of vitriol coming your way, because it don't matter what you say. There's nothing you can say to a man to justify what you have done to Will Smith.
What's going on, guys? Jada Black here. Shout out to everyone that's tuning in. I want to talk about Stephen A. Smith, Jada Pinkett Smith, and Will Smith. Stephen A. Smith did not like what Jada Pinkett Smith is doing. Jada Pinkett is going on a whole emasculation tour to promote her book. She's doing these interviews and she's using Tupac and she's using her marriage in order to do that. It's very clear to me that this woman wants Will Smith to divorce her. She wants Will Smith to walk out on the marriage because that's what it seems like. It really seems like Jada Pinkett wants out, but she doesn't want to be the one to do it. She wants Will to be able to do it at this point, right? But I think that one of the only things that's keeping Will Smith from doing it is because he knows she's going to come after him financially. Because I did see it where there was reports years ago that they had separated, but they had gotten back together because, you know, it's going to be a pricey divorce. She's going to come after Will for everything he has. And I think that's Will's biggest fear. You know, the children are grown now. So it's not like they have to do it for the children. You know, it's a situation where Will Smith is stuck. He really is. And Jada Pinkett knows this. So what Jada Pinkett is going to do is she's going to use that to her advantage, and she's going to embarrass him and shame him because she has an ego. Because in her mind, she can say all this, but you know, Will is still married to her. Now, if Will Smith would have used his book tour to shame and embarrass her, I think there would be more outrage. But I think the fact that you got guys like Stephen A. Smith who see what she's doing and her emasculating black men, going out of her way to make Will Smith look bad, it's because she's never really wanted to be with Will Smith. She only tolerated Will Smith because she felt like being connected to a successful actor in Hollywood would help her. Now, she was a working actress when they got with each other. Even a couple of years after they were married and they started to have children, but her career winded down. And I think that's where the jealousy and that's where the deeply seated dislike started to show. It really did. Because I think that Jada's somebody, she's one of these strong, independent women, right? Who decided to get married and have a family. But I think that's not who she is. I really don't. Because if you look at Will Smith and his image, you know, he had this wholesome image, this hardworking family man, right? No enemies, no seeming open, issues, right? But Jada got jealous of that. You know, instead of her wanting the best for Will, the jealousy seeped through because she's a dysfunctional woman. I truly believe that if Will never married her, she'd probably be a baby mama to a couple of rappers or maybe even a dope dealer. She'd have some of the most dysfunctional baby's fathers that you can imagine, right? But she got with Will. And maybe a lot of people don't understand when you get into these relationships with high profile people, there's a competition. As a matter of fact, there's a movie on Netflix, can't think of a name right now, about a couple that works in corporate America. Maybe y'all know what I'm speaking about. They are very competitive towards each other, right? Is this young Caucasian couple. I think they're in corporate America and they basically are competing with each other, right? About success and all that, right? I think it's a story of modern relationships and how gender roles have been so blurred and how society looks down upon women being women in the relationships. Like they push this narrative of this feminist ideology when it comes to relationships with women, that women need to be domineering. And if the woman isn't domineering, then she somehow is lost, and she somehow is not exercising her full potential. I think the full potential of a woman is to be someone who is there to nurture the children that she has, right? It takes two. It takes two to have a child. It takes two to balance out a relationship. And I just want people to understand that Jada Pinkett Smith is who she is. I made a live stream. Both of y'all go and check it out. I'll link in the description box. And I spoke about Jada. And I spoke about what's going on and her going out of her way to embarrass Will Smith. But let's get into what Stephen A. Smith had to say. All right. According to Hip Hop DX. Stephen A. Smith has taken a break from his sports takes to rip into Jada Pinkett Smith over what he calls emasculating behaviors towards Will Smith. On Saturday, the popular ESPN commentator posted a video to his Instagram to which he begged the actor to stop treating her husband the way that she is. That's not going to work. You want to mess with some dude that's your son's friend? He began. As trifling as that may seem in people's eyes, that's your damn business. You want to break up with your husband and all this stuff. That is your damn business. He continued. But this public emasculation needs to stop, Jada. All you doing is elevating the level of vitriol coming your way, because it don't matter what you say. There's nothing you can say to a man to justify what you have done to Will Smith. Every time I see Jada Pinkett Smith talk about Will Smith, I cringe. We kings, we ain't here to be treated like that. Now let's play this video clip here. I'm about that, but we're gonna take a look at this clip. Make sure the volume is up. All right, there we go.
That's for some dude that's your son's friend. As trifling as that may seem in people's eyes, that's your damn business. You want to break up with your husband and all of this stuff, that's your business. But this public emasculation needs to stop. Jada, all you're doing is elevating the level of vitriol coming your way, because it don't matter what you say. There's nothing you can say to a man to justify what you have done to Will Smith. Every time I see Jada Pinkett Smith talk about Will Smith, I cringe. We kings. We kings. We ain't here to be treated like that. You're queens and you shouldn't be treated like that either. And I get that. Tell me anywhere, biblically, scripture-wise, in any scripture, where it encourages you to publicize your personal business for profit when it negatively affects your spouse. You want to mess with some dude that's...
Stephen A. Smith has a point. He really does. But you got to understand something, Stephen A., about the Western woman. And I have been speaking about this Western heifer for years, almost 10 years. I've been speaking about the Western heifer. She is selfish. She is greedy. She has no conscience. She does not love. She lusts. She has no loyalty, no self-respect. That is your Western woman. We have to embrace that. We have to say, okay, this is who she is. But there are people out there that don't want to, like a Will Smith. Will Smith doesn't want to realize that this is who he married, but the signs were always there. The constant praising of Tupac, saying that Tupac is her soulmate. Will Smith would never be allowed to get away with this. This woman has disdain for Will because he maintained a career for a very long time. He maintained respect from other people for a very long time. And that's what a lot of people have to understand. There is jealousy in these relationships, especially these black relationships, white relationships, non-black relationships too, but a lot of black relationships are filled with a bunch of blurred gender lines, gender roles, right? You have women who grew up in single parent households who date the types of men they saw their mothers date. They lived their lives the way that their mothers did. When their mothers were out here not single, but were single mothers, but were casually dating all these dysfunctional men, they emulate the same behaviors. And that's what you see with these relationships. The women have no respect. We've been talking about this for a long time. We've been talking about the fact that the Western woman has absolutely no respect for men. right? They are competing with men, unfortunately. They see men as an obstacle to their power, but they have to understand that men will always be in control because we build, we run, we fix everything. You can't just push us to the side, whether you like it or not. You're always going to need us. You're always going to need men. No matter how much you help us try, you're always going to need us. Always. You could get out here, you could try this BS, I'm strong and independent, but when push come to shove and you need help, who you calling? You're going to call a man to come save you. Who on this article? Jada Pinkett Smith has shocked the world with her multitude of revelations that she's made in her upcoming memoir. In an interview, Hoda of the Today Show, the actor revealed that she couldn't understand why the Fresh Prince called her his wife when they hadn't referred to one another in that way for years, which comes after she recently revealed that they've actually been separated for 7 years. I told y'all, this woman is the true narcissist. This woman is sabotaging her marriage because of some spiritual love she has for Tupac, a man who, according to people close to him, didn't even like her like that. First of all, I'm really shocked because, mind you, I'm not there. We haven't called each other husband and wife in a long time. She said, I'm like, what is going on right now? Keep my wife's name out your mouth. I'm really worried for Will because I don't know what's going on. Oh boy, y'all see how they just, the games that are being played, the manipulation that's being played. She might as well have a cup and stir it with a spoon, right? Stir the top of the cup with her spoon. She also clarified the eye roll that many saw before Will marched up on the stage and slapped Chris Rock wasn't her being offended by the joke he made. I did that eye roll not so much for me, and I think this is really important, but the fact that there could be a jab at alopecia, she said. See, listen, people, I want y'all to understand something about this woman. This woman is who we've said that she is. She is who we say she is. And guys like Stephen A.Smith know it. They know it. I don't think we've ever been wrong about her. I think this justifies my commentary. I feel more justified about my commentary, even more so now. But the only thing I regret is not going in even more. The fact that she's out here saying that she's not his wife, again, that's a sign of low respect. This woman wants out. And this all started when she did that boycott of the award show. And maybe Will Smith told her the truth about herself, and ever since then, she didn't want to hear it. Yo, Will Smith, go ahead and get that divorce, man. Go ahead and make my day. Make everybody's day. Make your own day. Go get that divorce. I can't wait till that divorce happens. I'll be one of the first to make a video. He needs to fix his life and get away from this heifer, because this woman clearly cares about nobody but herself. She spiritually loves Tupac, who even when he was here never loved her back like that. So let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. Like this video and share. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and I'll see y'all next one.